Over 2 decades since the launch of NFL 2K5, but could NFL 2K finally be coming back? Reports over the last year have stated that EA Sports might be about to lose their grip on the NFL license. And behind the scenes, things are getting pretty interesting. 2K has been working on a game, and the NFL isn't happy right now. But let's break it all down about just why the NFL isn't happy. As it stands, the exclusive NFL license that Madden has had since 2005 is set to expire after the 2025 NFL season. And while EA Sports has typically renewed this deal every time that it's been set to expire with their negotiations with the NFL, they currently haven't. And that makes me wonder, could this put us on the verge of a massive shakeup for NFL video games? Better understand why this happened, let's talk about the real reason that the NFL chose Madden over NFL 2K with the initial exclusive license. And spoiler, it's not what you think or you've been told. In December of 2004, EA Sports signed an exclusive agreement with the NFL, which gave them the sole rights to make simulation football games. So that meant real NFL teams, players, and logos were all theirs. NFL 2K fans, and honestly a lot of football fans, were kind of pretty frustrated by the news. The sentiment around the internet was that EA bought the license to destroy the competition, but I'm actually here to tell you that's not technically the full case. When NFL 2K5 launched, it hit store shelves about 2 to 3 weeks before Madden 2005 initially released, and it only cost $19.99 compared to the $49.99 cost of Madden. While NFL 2K5 sold very well initially, the NFL was kind of pissed over the lower price point because to them, it felt like their brand was being cheapened. The lower price point also impacted the amount of revenue the NFL would recoup through their licensing fee, which, if you know the NFL, they're not happy about that. So that is why the NFL decided to move forward with EA Sports and Madden for the exclusive license. I know some of you are going to argue with me in the comments down below, but I have spoken to multiple sources about this and they have all confirmed. Both titles were reportedly in the same neighborhood, but it was 2K's marketing stunt to lower the cost of the game to sell more games that honestly cost them their chance at the exclusive license. Now, 2K has technically made their own NFL game recently, however. In 2020, 2K Sports signed a new deal with the NFL that allowed them to make a non-simulation football game. The key here is that they were being forced to stay in the arcade style of games and couldn't technically make a simulation title similar to Madden. Some of you will argue that Madden is not a simulation title. I would disagree with you, but stay with me. After 4 years though, 2K finally launched NFL Playmakers, but it was a mobile game. And look, mobile games can be good, but it was pretty apparent early on that NFL Playmakers was just merely a cash grab by 2K Sports. And maybe you've never played the game, which a lot of people haven't, but there is no gameplay in NFL Playmakers. There's no ability to move your players around once you select them, no ability to play offense or defense. It is purely designed around the card collecting modes that have been cash cows for sports games over the last decade. You collect your cards, you put them into a lineup, you select the play, and then you watch as the computer animates the play completely and you have no ability to control it whatsoever yourself. And when you kind of take a step back and just look at the social following for NFL Playmakers, it really showcases how little of a community that game built to. At the time of this video, they have 2,600 followers on Twitter and 5,200 on Instagram. You compare that to a similar game, Madden Mobile, they have over 159,000 on Twitter. Now, to be fair, the two games have been out for different periods of time, but NFL Playmakers should have easily benefited from an audience that's already there for Madden's mobile experience, plus one that was just excited about 2K being back in the football market. But according to Mike Straw, who is a known insider, especially for sports video games, the NFL was not happy with 2K Playmakers as well. And here's what Mike had to say in his tweet. "I've been told the NFL was not happy with 2K Playmakers and how it was received. Development on other NFL games also has not gone well, with no real confidence around the league right now. EA is even more confident that they will retain the exclusive license." Now, what Mike Straw is saying lines up with the rumors that I've also heard that 2K Sports has started, stopped, rebooted work on a console title over the last couple of years since they got that arcade license. They've also been toying with the FIFA license and have stated that it's a complicated rights iceberg, their words not mine, and they have nothing to announce really at this time. With the NFL not being happy with NFL Playmakers and 2K obviously not seeing great results from that game, they announced that the game will end in June 2025 after only being around a year. And when you look at it from the NFL's perspective, this reportedly left them unsure if 2K has the ability to really be able to handle their brand again. But do you know what's been around for way more than a year and has the NFL and so much more? Underdog, today's video sponsor. I love sports and I play Underdogs Pick'em when I watch some of my favorite squads play. The NBA playoffs are going on right now, and listen, when you use code GGB in Underdog, you simply pick higher or lower on a different player's stats, and you got a chance to win some big money. And when you use my code, which again is code GGB, they'll give you up to $1,000 in bonus credits on your first deposit. And you'll get a free play that you can use to help you get your first win. They've got Nikola Jokic and Tyrese Halliburton, and all they need to do is score over a point for you to go ahead and have that entry work. So with both of these coming up, that makes your path to winning big money in Underdog just that much easier. It doesn't matter when you sign up, just use code GGB when you do for a bonus match of up to $1,000 and a free play to make that W even easier. Even if you loved NFL 2K5 though, the developers that once worked in that game are either towards the end of their careers or are long gone at this point. I know it's crazy to think about, but we're talking about over 2 decades since that game came out. They aren't able to simply take NFL 2K5 and turn it into a modern game to compete with Madden and even college football in a year. Those are heavy investments that 2K Sports likely isn't willing to make when their mobile game failed to find an audience and revenue, and the NFL has doubts about their ability to build a competent game. So okay, it sounds like 2K Sports will be out for the console football game race, but what about maybe another studio? I mean, really, the likelihood of another studio being willing to invest the money and resources into building a licensed video game for football when they have to share a significant amount of revenue with the NFL feels like a fairy tale at this stage. And while I'd argue that the college football series returning brings a lot of competition for Madden, 2K is really the only real hope for football fans of getting true competition back for that game in that genre. And despite their approach to a console title getting rebooted a few times since they signed their deal with the NFL back in 2020 for an arcade title, you have to wonder if they really know how to make a good sports game again. And some of you are going to immediately start defending NBA 2K, I get it, but NBA 2K has gone from the sports game that everyone loved and viewed as a universal best to a microtransaction disguised as a video game littered with bugs. They put so many features and things in that game that have gotten away from true basketball into the core of basketball that it is just a nightmare to kind of navigate and play. They brought back Topspin 2K25 to lukewarm results. The WWE 2K series, I mean, solid, but it's plagued by online issues and they're pushing an online feature similar to NBA 2K's sort of neighborhood. And we all know how that sort of changed that game. I mean, in fact, the only real great game that 2K Sports has had in recent memory was probably PGA Tour 2K25. And despite how great the gameplay is for that game, in my opinion, it's the best golf gameplay we have ever had in a video game. The internet quickly pointed out how exploitative the microtransactions are in the game, and the player base for that game has consistently declined. I mean, golf games are supposed to boom around the Masters, and there's barely even an increase for PGA 2K25 in the month of April. The games at 2K Sports have always looked beautiful and the animations have been stellar, but whether it's a design decision, online servers being horrible, microtransactions being too disruptive for the player's experience, they've consistently failed to meet the standard that they honestly set in their prime. And I know people are going to defend them in the comments, and I'm not saying that they are terrible. I'm just saying the 2K that a lot of us grew up and loved for what they did for sports video games, it feels like a thing way far in the past. So if you're the NFL, is this the company you're willing to trust to make your NFL game? From an exclusive license standpoint, I mean, absolutely not. Most fans would argue that the NFL should just open up the license to allow both EA and 2K, along with anyone else, to make NFL games. And while that sounds good, let's talk about why it doesn't work. The problem with that argument is that the NFL is in the driver's seat for negotiations. An exclusive NFL license would guarantee the NFL the largest payday based on how sales are performing now. They've seen the sales for Madden each year, and they have a baseline of what to expect, along with knowing that EA or a company for an exclusive license would want to bid really high. They can charge a premium and ensure they have the highest royalty rate on each sale of the game. If they simply do a non-exclusive agreement, which is what a lot of people will argue for, they can't charge nearly as much, and there's no guarantee that 2K or any other company could even make a game that's successful enough to recoup the cost. The exclusive NFL license that EA renewed runs from 2021 to 2026. The cost of that was about $1.5 billion with the B dollars. Now the breakdown of that is that $1 billion of that goes to the actual NFL, and then the remaining $500 million went to the NFLPA. What's really interesting here is that there's a special provision if EA Sports hits revenue targets with Madden. If the targets are hit, they actually get a 1-year extension to 2027. That means that they will be covered for the 2025 season, which we're about to have happen now, and then the 2026 season, effectively giving them 2 years of gameplay or games to launch from the time of this video. So could this be the last year EA Sports makes Madden? Personally, worst case scenario for them is a mutually exclusive license. Is 2K Sports bringing back NFL 2K? The way it's looking, I don't think there's a chance right now. I fully expect EA Sports to get the exclusive NFL license back, but there's always a chance they call the NFL's bluff. I mean, truthfully, EA Sports could tell the NFL that they're only willing to do a non-exclusive licensing deal and then still not have to deal with any real console or PC competition from 2K Sports for at least another 2 years at minimum. Licensed sports video games aren't exactly the easiest games to make a profit from, so I wouldn't expect to see anyone outside of 2K really make a play for it. 2K wouldn't be willing to offer up north of $1.5 billion to then get the exclusive license, because they would have to go higher to outbid EA at this point, because they wouldn't really have an NFL game ready to ship again, and they can't recoup the cost of their investment. Whether EA Sports hits their revenue targets with the NFL after this season will be the biggest domino on the future of American football video games. We could be right around the corner from true competition in football games, or we could be stuck with internal competition between college football and Madden. When more information drops, I will absolutely have you covered, so help me out on my journey to 300,000 subscribers by subbing for free here and leaving a like on the video. Be safe, be smart, and tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.